We got about 10 minutes to talk to Bret in St. Louis, Missouri. Hello, Bret.
Hi, Bret.
Hello, my name is Bret Keane from the YouTube channel God TV Radio.
Okay, had to get in the plug.
Oh,
I would have given
that's
you an
fair.
opportunity anyway.
No, that's fair. Welcome, Bret.
Okay, I noticed during the discussion and the live, you guys were talking about how people have feelings and experiences, but they never demonstrate scientifically any of their position whatsoever. But I haven't heard one single time on the Atheist Experience where you demonstrated any kind of scientific reason why God shouldn't exist in the universe. Would you be able to give a actual experience or position, a truth and fact of accuracy of your position, or is it just feeling?
It's not just...
No, it's not a feeling. It's a lack of observed, like any observable information that convinces me that there is a God.
Right. I mean,
but I would say that I don't know that it's the job of science to explain why something should or shouldn't be.
Right. It has to do with a general approach to the way you absorb knowledge and information. It's basically the idea being that you should remain skeptical of something until you have good reason to believe it.
But you expect people to sit here and give you beyond a feeling scientific evidence and demonstration, but you're not willing to give a naturalistic explanation for your position.
No, they're claiming that there's a particular thing. So, for example, let's say they claimed that there is a new species of primate that has been discovered in the Florida Everglades.
Right.
And we're saying, really? Really, can I see this? You know, like, let's see it. Where did you hear about this? And they say, well, I read this thing, and somebody said that there's a... And after a while, you start thinking, oh, wait a minute. Are you sure that there's a new species of primate in the Florida Everglades? Because,
I'm not exactly sure what
we're not saying that God definitely doesn't exist. We're saying that the claims that God does exist are so far unfounded.
Right.
By the way, there is a slight echo on the line. I'm not sure if it's the tech end of things or if maybe you're listening to the stream. Are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not listening to the stream. I'll just turn down my speakers a little bit if that's a problem for you. But you're assuming if there is no evidence for God, then it must be something else.
What do you mean there must? What must be something else? I don't understand what you're saying. Must be something else.
By stating that you lack a belief in God, and that couldn't be the reasoning behind the universe, there must be something else.
No, we're not saying it couldn't be the reasoning behind it.
First of all, the idea that a God has to be associated with somehow. I mean, I'm not putting forward what is or isn't. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a physicist, and I'm not a astrophysicist, and I'm not a geologist. I'm not the person that says what or what isn't tied to the generation of a universe. There are people that devote their lives to that. I'm not one of them. So I'm not making any claims about where the universe comes from or doesn't come from.
Are you rebroadcasting your show on your YouTube channel or something? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with that echo.
It is pretty annoying.
Well, ma'am, I turned down my speakers here. I'm sorry.
I don't know what we're hearing.
Okay.
I'm still hearing myself, though.
No, I'm sorry about that. I turned down my speakers almost all the way for you. Okay, now
also I keep hearing like a Skype call sound. It's like your computer is also broadcasting computer sounds onto your call.
Like you're just not wanting to answer my question.
No, it
is really distracting.
Feedback.
I'm not kidding.
Really distracting, huh?
Yeah.
But you're answering me. You can hear what I'm saying to you.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Like now it's pretty quiet.
All right, can you give some kind of scientific explanation why it is?
Can you at least turn off Skype? I keep hearing that.
Yes, I'll go ahead and turn that off. Sorry about that. Okay. So can you give something besides your feeling or your assumptions that there's a scientific reason why God couldn't exist in the universe?
We don't think there...
You're assuming what we think.
We keep telling you we don't think it's impossible for God to exist. And you keep ignoring that and asking us to prove a thing that we didn't say.
Okay, do you believe that...
Skype again.
You believe that your position is based upon facts and evidence?
I don't know what you mean. My position is simply that someone else's position has not been demonstrated.
Okay, so your position isn't based upon facts and evidence.
I don't have a position. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What you're
based upon what someone else feels by default, right? That's what you're saying.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The first discussion on feelings had nothing to do with God. It had to do with psychic thoughts, like people who thought they were psychic.
Right. You like to go after people on their position of God, but you don't want to demonstrate any kind of information for your own position.
If I say that the primates in the Everglades, that I haven't seen evidence that they exist. Well, wait a minute. If I say that the primates in the Everglades do not, that nobody has shown me that there are such things, and so therefore I'm waiting for the evidence in order to decide whether or not they're actually there, but in the meantime I don't believe it just because someone claimed it.
By the way, I just got a message that you are rebroadcasting this on your stream, and I don't understand why you didn't just tell me that. Like, did you think we wouldn't let you?
I don't have any kind of issue with sitting here telling you this. I was concerned about the questions that I had.
I just wanted to mention that I know that. I mean, it's not like you're getting away with something. It doesn't matter to me, but it's weird that you misdirected from that.
We're on fair ground here, then. You're broadcasting me, I'm broadcasting you. That's fine.
What Russell just said. He's fine with it.
But you know that we were broadcasting you.
Yeah,
I just think that's strange.
But you know that you're being broadcasted because you're broadcasting yourself. So
right. Now I do. I just don't understand why you felt like you needed to lie.
I didn't lie at all.
Oh.
I just told you I was broadcasting you. How's that a lie?
Never mind.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then, Bret. Maybe this will help you understand our position better, because I don't think you understand our position. Do you believe everything everybody tells you?
Nope, like I don't believe what you're talking about most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe it if somebody tells you they have leprechauns in their backyard?
I don't believe in leprechauns.
Why? Have you proven that?
Because it's rational and logical to believe that there's an intelligence out in the universe. We have intelligence through the...
It's rational and logical to believe...
Are you going to let me answer? See, that's what you do.
But you just changed the subject.
Wait a minute, you did change it. I was asking you, do you believe everything people tell you?
Have to do with what I'm talking about. What does leprechauns and primates off in the Amazon have to do with
Because we're talking about the idea. I'm trying to help you understand our position on a claim. I can't talk when there's like 50,000 voices.
Evidence.
There's like this. There is this crazy
and there's
echo.
the Skype sound again.
There's so much sound on the line. I'm hearing myself talking over myself.
For a YouTuber, you really suck at broadcasting. I'm done.
Yeah, well, Atheist Experience, all based.
Oh, sorry, I just dropped the wrong people.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks really badly.
Yep.
Apologies to people who were accidentally
he's going
dropped.
to declare that as a win, I guess.
So. But just in the future, if you call up and you want to rebroadcast, we're probably fine with that. And also make sure you turn your stuff down, because I could not even hear I kept trying to stop because I thought somebody was trying to talk. And then I would hear that it was just me echoing. It was like completely impossible.
Right. So if you want to do this in the future, and I think I'm hosting again next week, so I will welcome your call again, but I'm going to ask you to, I don't know, turn off everything else, record the show, record what you're saying, or hell, just direct people to our version. Maybe he's afraid that we will dishonestly edit, which we don't edit the show at all, but he doesn't have to trust that.
Please look up the burden of proof.
Right.
Please, because it's on the person making the claim, not the person. We're not required to. If you believed everything everyone told you, it would be logically impossible, because you would have to believe contradictory claims. Mm-hmm. So there's a problem there. You can't simply believe claims because people make them. They have to be demonstrated to your satisfaction. Even if you have a low threshold of evidentiary inputs to convince you, you still have to have something, because if you don't, and you try to believe everything everyone tells you, I could tell you that I'm married, then tell you I'm not married. What do you believe? I just told you both things, right? So you have to be able to, at some point, vet the information that comes to you that people are just handing you, and not just believe everything. That's called gullible.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, next time, please just record it however you want. I understand if you're afraid of being edited somehow, but but test out your sound setup before you call, because we can't have a call like that.
Also, just to help with the primate example and where I was going with it, it's just about making a claim. It could be any claim, but if somebody's saying primates exist in the Everglades, right? It's not like there aren't primates on the planet, that they don't exist in all kinds of environments. So there could be that they find a primate in the Everglades. If somebody comes forward and says, hey, they found this new primate in the Everglades, I'm probably going to be like, wow, that's really cool. What is it like? And but if they start to tell me things that are not aligned with other things I know about reality, I start to become more and more skeptical. But the point is, until you get some verification of it, you're not required to just believe something because someone said it to you.
Right.
You know, and so the idea that, and if you are skeptical of that claim, if you say, that sounds kind of strange to me what you're describing there, I'm not sure that, you know, primates are in the Everglades based on what else you're saying.
Yeah.
At that point, someone's saying,
so we're
Tracie,
like out of time.
Tracie, can you prove your point? It's like, there's nothing to prove. I'm questioning whether your point is valid. I'm not claiming anything except that your claim doesn't sound quite solid. And so there's not a position there, right? Except that I'm shaky on your position.
Right.
I can do...
Okay.